Hey, what's up guys, I'm Task. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble Project Monster, which is really amazing augmented reality headset released by Leap Motion. First of all, I have to say that you can actually get the Monster from smartphone prototyping website without assembling, but I definitely recommend you to assemble the Monster because it's really good to learn about how an augmented reality headset works. And also, before I start, I want to explain what's the cool things about the Monster. One cool thing is definitely hand tracking, and another cool thing is, wide field of view. So a diagonal field of view of the project monster is about 100 degrees. So it's much wider than, HoloLens 2 or Magic Leap 1. Those are like 50 or 52 degrees. Although you need to consider about the eye box, but anyway, it's wider. One more cool thing is it's cheaper and a simple optics system. So optics system of the project monster is half mirror projection. So you need to have half mirror plus a big projector like display. So when you look at this reflector, just a moment, like this, you can actually see the virtual light plus environmental light. Because the transparency of the half mirror is about 50%, and reflectivity of the half mirror is also 50%. That's why you can see the virtual light plus real world. It's simple, right? And also you can get the half mirror anywhere. That's why it's probably cheaper than others. On the other hand, HoloLens 2 or Magic Leap 1, they use waveguides as optic system. So here's what the waveguides look like. Waveguides requires small projector at the upper left corner. A light from the projector changes the direction 45 degrees by diffraction grating. And then the light goes like left light, left light by total internal reflection. And finally, the light goes into the eye by diffraction grating again. It's difficult to manufacture the lens and the projector, and it's expensive, but the headset is smaller because the projector is smaller. On the other hand, the headset of the Project Monster is pretty big because the projector is big, but it's kind of fun. So those are cool things about the Monster. So now let's get to assemble it. Now I have a lot of parts over here from almost smart prototyping, so you need to check it out the smart prototyping website. Anyway, these parts are main parts, so we have reflectors, and then high resolution displays, and driver board for displays, and this one is power supplier. And then these yellow and then black parts are parts that I printed by 3D printer. And then these are for headgear. And there are more parts. This is insert nuts. This is screws 2.5 and 2.0. And for screws and nuts, torsion spring, washer and rubbers, plastic seal, DisplayPort cable, USB extension cable for power supplier, Leap Motion controller for hand tracking, RealSense 265 for 60 OF head tracking, these are screwdrivers and some tools. Especially this one is really helpful tool for anything. This is debug tool for mainboard I heard, but I haven't used it. This is a nipper for cutting 3D printed parts. These are foam forehead padding for protecting your hairs and head. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these guys. This is a 25 centimeter focal display socket, and also this big one as well. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm gonna insert these insert nuts over here into these parts here. Over here. And then you're gonna press the insert nuts by soldering iron. It's pretty hot, so be careful. So I'm gonna do the same thing at others. And also I need to do the same thing to main balls as well. Finally got the inserting here. So I'm gonna move back these guys over here. And I'm gonna use this guy. And then I'm gonna put it like this way. I'm gonna put it here. Now you need to use an insert nuts plus M2.5 screws, but when I take this video I didn't know about that, so I used scotch tape on these parts. So I taped up with scotch tape. And then I'm gonna put the driver board here on the yellow part over here, like this. And I'm gonna use a screw, which is the M2 screw over like this. Tightened up M2.0 screws. It looks good. And also your supplier, this one, has to be like this way, like, you know, the red cable has to be the right and the black cable has to be the left. So it has to be like this way. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I use this guy again, and also the displays here. I'm gonna insert this display here, and same thing with opposite side. I'm gonna put this guys over here first. Oops. Yeah. There's a toggle here. I'm just gonna push like this way. And then I need to tighten up the M2.5 screws on the black parts. Tighten up the screws like this. Yep. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to all of that. So let's go to the next. This is a parts to cover the cables. This is M2.0 screws for that parts. And tightened up the screws like this. These are leap motion controller cable and power supplier cable, by the way. And same thing with opposite side. This is a special one, parts on Discord server. And tightened up the screws like this. And then I'm gonna put the cover for the driver board. And then this is M2.0 screws. And then I'm gonna use these parts to make the slide bars. And also I need M2.5 screws. And tighten up the screws like this. And then now you need to have M4 screws, nuts, and washers. This is a washer. And then set the nut on the black bracket. And tighten up the screws like this. And same thing with opposite side. The next is kind of the lenses, reflectors. I'm just gonna put it here. Yep, looks good. And this one as well. Got it. Finally, I'm gonna make a headgear. So these parts are for headgear. So I'm gonna use first like this big guys. And this one has. This is a hinge base. It has slit here. You need to insert the hinge base into the main structure. And same thing with opposite side. This. And then put this guy here. This. Here. Get it. This one, put this guy here. But wait, I made a mistake. You actually need to wrap up the padding and headgear span by 900,004. And next I'm gonna use these guys. And these are brake housing, brake bottom, cable guide. At first, attach a tiny little rubber on the brake housing. And you're gonna use this one. This parts insert into here, and then I'll put this guy. I mean, this way. Okay, and put it here. Then yeah, it's this. and rotate 180 degree, and this will be this. Yeah. Now I'm going to use a screws, M2 screw here. And I'm going to put this guy for cables, put in here. Okay. And it is M2 screw here, and 2 screws. And same thing with opposite side. Then the next step is the combine these guys, this one and this guy's, and here. Here. And tighten up all of the screws. The opposite side as well. It's also the same thing. And then finally, I'll use these guys. Alright. Here. This has to be the outside. This one, it's gotta be this one. It's gonna be the inside here. We do the same thing. This. Then I use the M2 screws as well. And tighten up all of the screws. You get it. And this guy. This one has to be on the inside. And same thing with opposite side. Finally, I'm gonna combine these guys here, main body and the headgear. This, just push it. Just push it. Push it. So I finally get it. Guys, thank you for watching, and if you have any question or comment, please write the comment below, and also don't forget to subscribe.